Hello everybody, it's Wilwood Racing. In this video I'm going to be swapping pads on my Wilwood Aero 6 calipers. There are a lot of videos out there that show installing pads on a brand new caliper. This one I'm going to be showing how to kind of take off the caliper, at least on this specific Veloster N application, and some of the steps to kind of make it easier. I've already done one side and I learned some stuff in the process, so let's get started. Okay, so the first step I would recommend taking is to remove the brake line bracket. It's a 13mm bolt on the Veloster N. That way you have some play and slack in the brake line. I'm gonna go turn the steering wheel so that we can take off the caliper. All right, let's take off the caliper. Again, these bolts are 13mm. Loosen these bolts. Okay, so now we can take these off with the impact. Okay, bolts are out, so now we can slide the caliper out. I have like a little bungee cord here that I will kind of secure the caliper with. Oh, also before I do that, I want to also remove the spring clips that are in the caliper. So it'll be a little bit hard to show. So I might maybe take out the caliper and then do it like that. So I just slide it out. So yeah, I would highly recommend loosening up the brake line. It helps a lot. So while I have it here you can see make sure it's in the video, those little clips here. You can take needle nose pliers and kind of just squeeze them and kind of take them out. It's relatively easy to get them out. And that's it. And then with that, the pins just come right out. So there you go. And with that, you can push the pads down and they come right out. So it's the pads, the backs are a little bit worn. I mean, the paint is a little bit cooked off from the pistons. Take the other side. And this is what the pads look like on the inside. And as far as the pistons, this is how it looks like. You can see that the leading piston is bigger than the others. This is a 1.62 inch and this one is 1.12 and this is 1.12 as well. And that matches the kind of the stock piston area relatively well. And as you can see, like the pistons are like slightly out. I'm not going to be pushing them in, but I will just use some brake clean and clean them off and get some of any dust that might have been there. And then I will install the new pads. So I'll get the bungee cord here and then just gently put it against the rotor. And then I will go bring the new pads and also clean the rotor. Clean the pistons. Okay, so it is time to clean the pistons. I'm just going to spray some brake clean into some shop towel. And I'll just break this apart, break this loose. Just hold it. So just kind of clean all the pistons, get all the dirt out. You know, most of the damage that occurs to pistons happens when you're pushing them back in. So I'm not going to be pushing them in, but it still doesn't hurt to just clean them. Yeah, the rubber does look like it's starting to kind of go. So yeah, I don't think these pistons will last me too long, or at least these seals. There's a lot of paint from the pad, because the pads are red and Yeah, so as you can see, like this is the wiper seal, like this rubber seal here. Yeah, like if I remove that, then there will be like a gap for them. The version without the dust seals, the pistons, like the opening for the piston is actually like right around this piston. So there's like no gap almost. It just like seals itself. It's unnecessary to have the seals. The pistons will seal themselves. So forgot to bring the titanium plates. These are the new pads. These are the G-Loc R12s. So they are kind of like not the most aggressive G-Loc race pads, but they are pretty good. So for the weight of my car, it should be relatively good HPDE pad. Here you can see the previous owner did a good job of labeling everything. So this one is inner and the other side is outer. I'll bring the titanium plates and hopefully they will keep the pistons cleaner. Installing the pads is very, very easy. Flip this over to show you. So first, I'm gonna slide the titanium. Oh, that's that's the opposite way. Slide these in, put it in there. We'll go against the pistons. Same here. Slide them in. Just kind of have it line up with the holes. And then now the pads. So this was the outer pad. So it will go like this. So it just slides right in. There's like a little pad wear metal things that allow it to slide back and forth. So here we go. One pad in, and then the second pad. There we go. So that's pretty much it. And then now one downside is that the pads will play in this area. So you have to like hold it straight and try to slide the pins through. So here you go. So the tip pin is all the way in. I'll put the second one in there. Okay, so both of them are fully in. So now like these pads will still move. They'll still move in place. That's the annoying part. But while you have them in there, you get these little pins and just kind of push it in there by hand first, like that, and then take your plier and then just pretty much push it in there. There you go. So first one is in. The second one is a little bit annoying. Okay, here we go. All right, they're fully in there. So if I try to, here you can see they don't come out. So that's the most important part. So now we come to the second most annoying part, sliding these in. So there's the challenge of both lining up the holes for the bracket and also centering and lining up the rotor between the pads. So since the pads like they move around in place, it makes it very difficult to slide these in. There you go. So you have to just hit it a little bit and it slides right in. Yeah, the titanium plates are in there. Everything is looking good. So now we can put the bolts for the calipers. First you kind of hand tighten them a little bit. I think these are about 45 foot-pounds. I'm not going to be torquing. I'm not going to be torquing them down yet, but that's pretty much the values are. So now the second part is the bracket for the brake line. Put that bracket back in there. Okay, there we go. It's in there. So now I'll take my impact. Oh, there we go. Nice and tight. Everything's looking good. As you can see, I have some aluminum, like, or the heat reflective film on the brake lines, so that because I don't have the dust shield, that way it doesn't melt the brake lines. So yeah, everything is looking good. Only thing I have left to do is put some blue Loctite on the bracket bolts, but I'll be doing that next time. So I hope you found this video helpful. It's like not super difficult as long as you have your tools and your needle nose pliers. It's very easy to get those pins out and swap the pads. I think the pad swap would be easier if you push the pistons back in every time, so you have a little bit extra room. These pads, the track pads that I'm putting on, they're worn out more than the street pads, so ideally they should be able to slide in better, but looks like they have pretty similar, and since it moves around in place. Also, I put those titanium shims, like the plates, so that they added a little bit width as well. So yeah, for next time, I would say, take the pads out, clean the pistons with blow them with the compressed air, and then if necessary, you can also lubricate them with some silicone paste. And then after that, just push them back in all the way. That way you have extra room to work with. Because when you're sliding it into the rotor, it's annoying because it's pretty tight in there. And I think this might be the thickest rotor you can have on these calipers. So yeah, it's great though. There's no, I can't complain about that. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm learning working with this system as I go, and so far no complaints. I mean, it's pretty good. So hopefully I will report back after I have a track cross coming up this weekend, and I have an HPD, 2-day HPD at VIR in October. So VIR will be a proper test because I'll be braking from like 130 miles per hour, like twice per lap. So and then there's other hard braking zones. So there will be a lot of heat in the system. I hope the seals will survive at least like sometime into the next season. So I just want to keep on doing these events. That's why I got this system. That way I can, the rotors and the pads, everything will last longer because of the higher heat capacity. And also the pedal feel is amazing on the street so far. So I'll be reporting back from the street, from the track as well. I'd like to thank you for watching. Again, if you like this video, give me a like on the video. Even if you didn't like it, just like it. Just helps out the video, helps out the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.